If this has ever happened to you, where you're working for Kata Gatame, what you want is this position here, and you're working to finish, but you can't get your partner's arm in the right place. And you get a very strong person, they put their arm right here where they're kind of like they've combed their hair. And now, even though you've got your arms in the right position, your body in the right position, you're going to finish here and you feel like this space is just opened up and you can't close it off. Okay, so the big question is, well, what do you do from here? Well, first of all, remember, anytime we set up a Kata Gatame, usually it's from the mounted position, but it can be from a lot of different places. We want to make sure that our partner's arm crosses their center line, okay? Their elbow crosses their center line. You want your right arm, in this case, as deep as you can get it, okay? Elbow deep, forearm on the floor. We want to make sure our head is low, okay? Don't lift your head up. If your head is up, your partner can circle their arm around and kind of like hug your head, and now the arm is out of position. So we want to keep our head very low here, okay? We want to keep our forehead on the floor, head near our partner's head. When you do a dismount, you want to make sure you don't get caught in half guard. And now from here, when you're doing your Kata Gatame proper, you're opening your elbow up, okay? We want to drop to our hip and focus on pulling with our right arm. Okay, all of this stuff is fine and good, but when your partner puts their arm on this side of the head, well, what are you supposed to do? Okay, now from here, even though maybe we have the proper setup and we've done everything we can, our partner kind of beat us to the punch. Don't just squeeze here, okay? It's gonna be difficult for you to finish Kata Gatame where your partner's arm is on this side. Remember, Kata Gatame is essentially a triangle. So if your partner's arm is not across the center line, you're gonna have a hard time finishing. A good alternative here is for us to sit through. Now you need to be mindful when you go to sit through here because you don't have any base behind you. So if your partner goes to kind of hit a pendulum and go to sit up, okay, you've got to be mindful that you don't get taken backwards. So we just kind of keep a general sense about us that that's a risk. We can secure our body a little bit by making sure we're not just like sitting through in a classic scarf hold position where our legs are here, because now there really is no base. We'll often keep this staggered position with the legs where one leg's forward, the toes are back here. Okay, I feel like his arm is stuck here. You're gonna take your right hand, hug your partner's shoulder, and you're just gonna reach your left hand, and you're gonna put your fingers in between your partner's cheek and their wrist here. Okay, so it's not a lot to ask. Kind of shake a little bit, get your hand in here. Now, the harder he keeps his arm inside, the tighter it is, the more pressure he feels when you begin to pry your partner's wrist out. So we're gonna draw our partner's wrist away while we use our head to push in, and you get almost like kind of a quasi-American lock here. If your partner doesn't do anything, they're gonna tap. So what everybody does is they start to straighten this arm out, and that gives you the cue to bring your head back down. Now the arm is in proper position. You can flare your elbow, dip your body, and start to squeeze for Kata Gatame. You've got a nice answer. So don't be afraid to switch off, especially if you feel like your partner is doing one of these things. It's not exactly an escape, but it can be a defense. In other words, it's not gonna get your partner out of there, but it is gonna help them to survive a little bit longer, hopefully until you release it and go to do something else. So whenever you see this, you can put a little bit of Americana pressure, often either finishing your partner, or if that's not the outcome, you get that arm free and then you can begin to attack once again. Okay, hopefully this was helpful for you. If you liked it, please subscribe, and if you look down below, you'll see some things that we've been up to, some links and all manner of other good things, okay? Thanks so much for watching.